We thought we might crown a world champion, but it goes down to the wire. It goes down to the wire on every single count, manufacturers and WRC too. But for now, the celebrations go to Ogier, Tanak and Martin Rivalry. I'm not sure, even at the start of today, they thought that this would be possible.
No, but I think it's just like a copy from Sardinia when they didn't. He was said the rally is over basically in the morning when he lost some time, and then all of a sudden on power stage he won the rally. So it's not over until it's over.
It's you. You were there as well. It's you're the good luck charm.
I think so.
Well, what an incredible feat, and you know we did see, of course, some highs and lows for Ogier, but some incredible pace, which does mean that he has got a lot to show in Japan.
Yes, of course, and we know that. Ogier is really strong when he needs to be strong, and his mind is really strong as well. He's cold as ice sometimes, and yeah, he proved it. The world champion Sebastian Ogier did some mistakes, and he didn't, and he won the rally. There's still chance in Japan, but I think now the strategy of Hyundai is getting in the right direction for Thierry Neuville. But at least we know that the world champion will be from Hyundai.
Well, if they both finish.
If they both finish.
But yes, it's a 26-point deficit. It's a 25-point deficit, excuse me, that Ogier has on Thierry. But as we have seen, just anything can happen. And it's just so unbelievable in the World Rally Championship, how many twists and turns each rally this season has had. Unbelievable, from talking about Sardinia to the closest finish we've seen in so long, to this, where we had so many different leaders, the possibility of a World Championship title win here, and then it all just changes again. It was Sebastian Ogier, then it changes again. It's madness.
Yeah, it's madness, and Rich Milner said it from the outside when he said we are not like in the fight, and he said it's changing so much all the time, like from stage to stage, do mistakes, and this rally gave us everything basically by so many different countries. First of all, 3 countries, 3 different kind of surfaces. Even though it's tarmac, it was a broken tarmac on the first day in Czech, and it was rain yesterday with a damp in the morning. It gave us a lot of drama, and today as well, everybody thought it's going to be like a clean day. They can push. They found a lot of gravel on the cuts, where the anti-cuts was maybe moved a bit or placed different today compared with the other days. So it's an interesting weekend.
Is the way to describe it. All right, let's listen in to Ogier Tanak's winning interview as he finished the Central European Rally here with Molly Pettit. Let's listen in.
Ogier Tanak, congratulations, the winner of the Central European Rally 2024, your 2nd win this season, your 21st career win, and your 26 points now behind Thierry. The Drivers' Championship will go to Japan.
Yeah, let's see. Obviously, yeah, what happened before to Seb. I mean, it's always difficult to fight a friend, you know, and if something like this happens, so it's difficult to find feelings. But anyway, after this, because everything changed, especially in manufacturer championship, we really took care in this one to have a clean stage and to bring the points home.
Enjoy the podium.
Thank you.
Bring the points home indeed. But if there is even the slightest possibility of him getting his hand on that trophy, he is going to do it. It will be interesting to see when we get to Japan, like you said, how they approach the situation.
Yeah, we heard Taka, he will go flat out, and he will try to take the as much points for the manufacturer as possible.
Yep.
And then up to the driver title, how will they start? Because it's a manufacturer title to think of as well. We got the Super Sunday, the power stage. We saw now Ogier was dropping off a bit, maybe too much, and he lost not only the power stage point, but the Super Sunday points as well. And then they turned it a bit around from, he could have been less than 20 points behind, but now it's 25. So I think it's up to the all different teams how the strategy will be, to how much they will push from the beginning. And yeah, it's a difficult call.
It's a difficult call, but perhaps the power stage was a slight demonstration of the way they'll move forward, because Ogier not picking up any power stage points, perhaps being more cautious through there, because there are manufacturers' points to grab. Well, Elfyn Evans, 2nd on the podium yet again, but still on the podium, but keeping himself out of contention for the World Championship title now. Coming into this round, he was an outsider, but still an outsider all the same.
Yeah, but I think he was doing really well, and like I said a few times this week, and I feel he's a bit too hard to himself. He should believe more in himself, because he's doing really well, and I think he's doing a good job. And another podium, just prove his speed, and it's in a good car, good team. yeah, maybe it's time to win again, and it's almost like it's a year ago since the last win, so maybe he can do it again in Japan.
Yeah, you never know, but he's had plenty of podiums along the way. And again, you know, being in the championship title fight, he's been there right until this point. As we move into Japan, he's sort of counted out for that pretty much. It is a two-horse race now between Thierry and Ogier Tanak, but it is going to be incredibly exciting. Thierry Neuville kept on saying he didn't need to win the title here. He just needed to get through and make sure that they did it in Japan. And he's done exactly that. This was what he said from the beginning. He never said, I want to secure it here, although I'm sure he would have loved to. They were aware that
at least all the fans wanted him to secure it here.
They did, and I think there's a lot of pressure going to Japan. The pressure will be on Toyota. As Cyril was saying, it's their home rally. So actually, perhaps a little bit of pressure being relieved by going down to the wire in some aspects.
Yeah, and I think he just need to finish like, I don't know exactly, but it depends a bit on the Super Sunday and Power Stage, but like fifth, fourth, fifth, sixth, he doesn't need to win the other guys, or at least Ogier, he need to win. He need to score maximum points to at least have a small chance.
Yeah, all right, well, stage 11 was where Thierry had his heart-stopping moments, one and then another in quick succession.
We were all like having a little coffee, and it was stuck in our throats because all of a sudden he was the other way around doing a 360, and then he went off the road. But he was still calm, collected, no mistakes after that, and control it to the finish. That he could be eager, you know, to just try to fight back and do another mistake. But together with the team, he managed to stay calm in the situation, and he collected the points he needed to be kind of in control. Like you can see now, it's a bit of a spin in just a K before he went off, and that one as well is quite lucky. You saw Andreas Mikkelsen on the first hit this fence, and it could be something out there who destroyed some wheels or anything else, that a cooling package or whatever. So quite lucky with that escape, and then he kept on going for another like a K. And he picked up another problem by going off-road here. And the off in itself is not too bad, but it's the way when he's going back, because we always want to go back. We want to go back from the same place we go off the road, because we know it's possible to go out of the road, we can go back on the road. But then he got stuck like this. This
is one of the real game-changing moments, I think, for this weekend, because until that point, Thierry Neuville was leading. He dropped 33 seconds at this place. This was where we sort of became aware that perhaps the championship title wouldn't be available. This is where we looked at Sébastien Ogier for the win. So this is where our focus started to shift. And then it's just changed all the way back. Sunday's a completely new day, and we do a full 60.
Yeah, but I mean, normally it's the opposite way, that Ogier always come out of these situations like the winner. But now it turned around. It's the third rally in a row. Ogier is doing these mistakes, and even though it was a mistake from Thierry, he came out of it. And you know, Ogier did some mistakes now, and crucial mistakes. It's
unlike him.
It's very unlike him, and you could actually sometimes see it from the onboards as well. He's fighting. His face is more like concentrated than before. It's not so relaxed. He's a part-time driver going in and out of the car. You need fresh seat time when you're fighting on this level. So I think Ogier has done more mistakes the last 3-4 months than he have done like the last 5-6 years.
Yeah, it is interesting. All right, well, he will be in Japan. But Cyril Abiteboul spoke to me at the end of the Wolf Power stage. How did he sum things up? Cyril, it's certainly a whirlwind to get your head around, but that is what you needed. You needed another victory for the manufacturer's title, and it means that Thierry and Ogier, of course, battle it out to Japan.
Yeah, you know, exactly. I mean, it's been lots of things going on in this rally, as always. You know, lots of emotion, and frankly, I mean, everyone's super happy, but we see that the emotion and the energy is really drained, very, very low. So we need to sort of, you know, recollect and think about Japan, but for now we'll celebrate that moment. It's been a impressive drive once again from the top four, and great moment of rally. Once again, Super Sunday delivered. It's a lot of emotion. I know that it's under critics and question for next year, but you know, it is, you know, it is what it is. Also, it's entertainment. It's sport and entertainment. That's certainly been very entertaining. Yeah, as for the championship, it will go down to Japan. The relief is that we know it's going to be a Hyundai driver, and we have a bit of time to think about what's the best tactic to, you know, to defend against Toyota on their home ground. We know they'll be very, very, very strong. So it was about finding the right balance today in having a bit more points, but also securing what we have. Again, we should not be too greedy. We should be super happy with what we've done.
Exciting times indeed. Can I just ask, can we confirm the third driver will be Andreas Mikkelsen in Japan, or still waiting on that one?
No, we can confirm that. The entry is indeed is tomorrow, but that was always the plan. And we like to stick to the plan. So far, the plans are working.
Indeed, thank you.
Thank you.
The plan is working indeed. All right, so where does that leave us as we move on? Well, Ogier Tanak won Central European Rally. As you heard the stats coming out, it was his second win of the season, but he's had a whole host of wins and a World Championship in the past. Elfyn Evans on the podium, and then Thierry Neuville where he needed to be if he could carry on this fight to Japan. Taka in fourth, a great way to finish up for Taka, so that really important place for Taka. Right, these are the points that are secured now. So Ogier Tanak takes the full 18 for Saturday because Sébastien Ogier is out. 4 from Super Sunday. He didn't get any from the Wolf Power stage. Then it is Elfyn Evans with 15, 6 and 3. So that makes 24. But importantly, then we look to Thierry Neuville with 13 points from Saturday, 3 from Sunday and 2 from the Power stage, giving him 18, which means there is a 25-point difference between himself and Ogier Tanak. Ogier Tanak needs to make up all of those points. There is only one round left to make up all of those points.
And it's a big task. It's a very big task.
These are the points on your screen. So as you see, that's the 25-point gap between Thierry Neuville and Ogier Tanak. Elfyn Evans behind, and Sébastien Ogier then drops into fourth. But that is how it is all shaping up. In terms of the points, it's the 25 we need to focus on between Thierry and Ogier Tanak. Now, we did speak to Thierry Neuville as well, so let's listen in to that interview.
I know it was a dream to be standing here right now as a world champion. It looks like it's going to go down to the wire. We need to have Tanak come across the finish. But this weekend, I think you can be also happy to just be here. We've seen an 8-time world champion go out to the rally today. So you have survived, you made it to the end, and the championship fight will go to Japan.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much to add. You said everything, but overall, a challenging event. We were in the rhythm on Friday, but after that, small mistake happened, and since then we had to manage a bit more our race. Obviously, we would have wanted to bring home the title here this weekend, but not at every price. And after the mistake, we understood that, it wouldn't be for this weekend, but Japan is coming. We will have a comfortable lead, and looking forward to it. Obviously, thank you to the team for a reliable car once again, and sorry for the mistake, but even world champions made mistakes.
Well, there are. I feel like there's been a few sideways digs. Sébastien Ogier talking about the fact that he was battling with only one other world champion out there. It was a little bit of a dig, and I think then Thierry, I don't know, Thierry's not really bitten on anything, but that was a cheekiest dig he could possibly do without really doing too much.
Yeah, they tried to put them in between the lines, that there's sometimes...
Or we could be reading between the lines, and he could have just been saying that he's going to be a world champion that made one mistake.
That's how it is. No, I think it's you talked about it, and Terry didn't go into all this this dogfight, but some words is allowed. Some words is allowed.
All right. Well, Ogier's day just turned into a disaster, really, for him. And like we were saying, an unexpected mistake for the 8-time world champion.
This is from the morning when he's really, in my opinion, came way too fast over that crest. Missed the braking, locked up the wheels, and luckily he's escaped out on the field, reduced the speed, handbrake turn, and back out on an exit road, and he managed. But this one is even worse, because now he is also, in my opinion, a bit too fast into that corner. No gravel crew, like he said, so we had no information that there was that much gravel. But when you arrive a bit too fast as well, it's a combination that you have no limit, and he couldn't really reach the apex, couldn't cut the way he wanted to cut because it was already too late turning in, and then you end up in the ditch. And unfortunately, he couldn't go any further. The wheels were not pointing in the right direction, and he lost all the points from the rally. So that's how it is.
Massive disappointment. I spoke to Jari straight after that. Such disappointment, because they are really clinging on to this manufacturer's title. Or at Adrian Formo's weekend, not like that. It's sort of, he didn't even come out of the gate running, did he?
No, he struggled in the morning, like we can see in the right-hand here. He's locking up the front wheels. He said that the front diff was not working perfectly, and he struggled so much. And this is a lucky escape. I remember if it was Panizia Delacour a few years ago in GB, or Germany, was sliding like this in the field, and it's a bad feeling when you can't really control it. You're You just have to wait for the car to stop in the bushes, and luckily he escaped from that one and came back on the road. But it's always easy to say that you should slow down more when you pick up some kind of trouble, like Adrian did with the front diff. But he kept on going, and he found himself in an even worse situation just like a few Ks later on that stage, and ended up by breaking all the cooling package for the hybrid and everything. So, you know, it's sometimes when you're picking up those kind of troubles, you need to like calm down a bit and control the situation.
Yeah. No, I was just smiling there because our fans are just unbelievable. Every circumstance possible, rally fans are out there ready to help, even if it's just to get them back on in the right direction. It's an amazing thing to see. It doesn't matter what sport you're involved in.
But it's
seeing
not
rally
only to
fans.
help. It's not only to help. They also want the cars away, because if it's possible that another car can go off the road, they are very much happy. So they want that car to already go off the road to move away, so we don't have to slow down the next car, and hopefully another one goes off. So it's good intentions, but they also want more drama.
More drama, yeah. Well, there's been more drama indeed with Sammy Pajari. Unexpected drama from Sammy. We talked about this before, just coming in too hot.
I said he didn't realize, or at least couldn't figure out why he ended up on the roof, and it looks like the corner was tightening maybe a bit more than he expected, but he said the pace was correct according to at least a few minutes after he crashed. So you need sometimes a bit of time to like absorb everything and so on. But he really didn't understand why he ended up in that ditch, and a bit unlucky. It was like a little step, a ditch, so we got hooked like in the inside of that in that ditch and rolled 3 times. So it's even though it was a soft roll, it was a proper roll.
Yeah, well, we will listen into the Sammy Pajari interview that was done, as you said, just after that had happened. But I did actually speak to him again a couple of hours after that, and it was the same response. So let's listen in, because this is right after the drama unfolded. Sammy, with a bit of time to reflect now, are your thoughts different to what happened?
Well, yeah, it's of course a big shame anyway, always when the rally ends up like this. But yeah, I think we had a quite solid rally before that. Okay, it's always silly, stupid to say the buts, but of course it was like no mistake before that, and the pace was getting, let's say, consistently more better and better, and so the feeling was nice, and we enjoyed the rally a lot. But yeah, of course, it's a big shame. I'm very, very sorry for the team, and as well with the Sepp's case today. It's a not so nice day for the team. But yeah, okay. We need to still look for the positives, and I think we showed some good things during the weekend and learned a lot.
Difficult to move away from what's just happened, but let's talk about the WRC2 for a second. The title's sort of in your hands at the moment. It's not the most easy task, but it does look like it's swinging your way.
Well, I think it won't be anyway easy to go for Japan once I know exactly like what we should deliver to get the result. But yeah, it's of course nice to think that it's still in our own hands, and yeah, we still took like 3 victories and a few other podiums so far this season. So anyway, the season has been really, really strong for us. Maybe much better than we were hoping for, which is really, really nice. But yeah, at least last time when I was in Rally Japan, it was a nice rally, and I enjoyed it as well. So quite exciting, and still looking forward to it.
Well, that was actually when I spoke to him when he got back after a couple of hours, and you see the same response. But also, I like the fact that, you know, we were talking WRC2 there. He hadn't quite for himself. We worked it out. You worked it out, I think, which is that he needs to finish either second or above. So second or first he needs to finish. But he hadn't actually processed that. He'd had his mind in other places. Yeah,
but it's a really good skill from Sammy. He's always doing it. If you ask him during a rally, which position I don't know. I'm doing my rally. I have no control of the other guys. I'm doing my rally. We are focusing, especially when he's doing the Rally 1 cars, because it's so important to learn everything and do everything correct. If you lose focus like half a second, you end up like he did today. So that's a really good strength from Sammy to don't even bother. Japan is the next rally, so tomorrow he will focus on Japan.
Yeah, indeed. Well, it's been a lot going on this weekend, to be honest. Our minds have been blurred and boggled by all of the mathematical possibilities, and WRC2 was exactly the same. So we got to a point on Friday night where we were asking Nicolai Grierson, was he going to give Johan Russell the place? Nicolai Grierson was a minute and a half ahead. No way am I giving him the place. I've still got my own rally to win. Then we've got Johan Russell then losing the chance of winning the WRC title. So let's just have a look at Nicolai Grierson, because he's had a pretty faultless weekend.
Yeah, very good. He proved it in Croatia as well, that he did manage this type of roads really well, and yeah, he's really clever.
Finally.
Yes, Nicolai, you just said finally, congratulations, your second win on tarmac this year. You've really dominated and just seemed so calm and happy with this car this weekend.
Yeah, I was also mindset to be calm and just drive and make the car to do the job, not me. So I just let the car to drive, and I was just more like spectator and enjoying the process.
Enjoy the feeling.
Yeah, and also I want to say thank you for the team and for the gravel crew. Like, everyone did this weekend a good job, so I really was confident with every information from them, and I really thank you for the team that they not let me slow down in any moment.
I think there was no slowing down Nicolai Grierson there. And I should just remind you also that he took the Forum 8 Most Stage Wins award, naturally, because he's had pretty much a faultless weekend.
Yeah, definitely. He's doing exactly what he should do, and he was all the time really safe, no drama, but he did a really good job on the first like 5, 6, 7 stages, put up a pretty good lead, and didn't really have to push during the weekend. And the other guys, he was doing some mistakes, and Oliver as well did some mistakes. Even though it's not scoring points in WRC2, they're all so competitive, so they want to win, so they were watching each other's times. And Oliver did a few mistakes yesterday that cost him like half a minute, maybe 40 seconds, and then it was even a better lead in the Rally 2 category.
Yeah, well, it was definitely eventful. As we mentioned, Forum 8 award goes to Nicolai Grierson, and another podium for Nicolai Grierson, which is fantastic. A little bit more of the celebrations.
It is Nicolai Grierson and Konstantin Alexandrov, winners of the category as well, and winning the most stages this weekend. Nicolai, Konstantin, onto the top step. To present the awards is going to be Jonas Siebel, Managing Director of WRC Promoter.
Another trophy never hurt anyone.
Oh, trophies.
Just keep getting them this weekend for Nicolai Grierson. All right, so let's have a look at all of what this means in terms for WRC2 and the overall standing. So Nicolai Grierson, of course, you saw it there, taking the victory here in Central Europe, and also the Forum 8 Most Stage Wins Award. It was Philip Maras in second, and Mikko Marcek in third, Kaito Kaitanovic in fourth, Josh McElwain in fifth, Gus Greensmith not really on our radar this weekend in sixth, and then Will Crichton rounding out the top 10. Yeah, not an amazing weekend for Gus, was it, actually? And so this leaves Oliver Solberg still leading. So Johan Russell is now out of the party. He's scored all the rallies that he could score points on, and it puts Sammy Pajari back into the party. Sammy Pajari needs to finish second or above, so first or second, to take the victory in the Drivers' Championship title, I should say. The WRC Drivers' Championship. Sammy Pajari needs to win or be second in Japan. It's not a lot of pressure for Sammy because he handles it well, but it is a fair amount of pressure. Yeah,
but Oliver tried in Chile and he didn't manage, and Johan Russell tried here as well in Central Europe and he didn't manage. And it's a big task to ask just to win or be second, and it's a difficult rally in Japan. It's kind of the same conditions sometimes with this really, how can I say, slimy, slippy tarmac roads with leaves and everything. It's not the easiest rally. If it be any other rallies with maybe like in Finland or Sardinia, it's easier to control it. But in Japan, It's going to be difficult.
Well, it was difficult this weekend for Johan Russell. From stage 2, he had a pretty hairy moment out there, and then it all just unraveled after that.
I mean, the moment Johan Rosell had like the first stage in the evening in the dark, it was so lucky to escape from that one. But he had more of the moments, and this is from this Friday, I think, when he also had a little exhibition. So it's stage 9, where he ended up in the ditch and he punctured the right rear wheel. I think I remember needed to go and change that on the stage. So it's a lucky escape. Again, I would say.
Yeah, well, so this is where he came back to the safety of service of a very long day of rallying. And we spoke to Nikolai and said, will you give him the place? Will you do anything? No was the answer.
But well, in the beginning, he said, I will do it for a Big Mac. But then I think he realized that Big Mac was maybe not enough. So he put some pressure, and then Johan was doing some mistakes, and then it was not any idea to talk about it, basically.
Other fast foods are available. Okay, well, it's been an incredible weekend for our Beyond Rally girls. This initiative was set up and it powered straight into a selection process that Ivan was part of. And then they got a lesson, a fast life lesson for a couple of days. And then they were here, Ivan.
Yeah, it's been a tough weekend for the girls, and they struggle a bit with some technical issues. Atsuvi also picked up some radiator leak yesterday and continue with that trouble today. Claire, like we see here, Schönborn had some misfiring with the fuel pump the other day, so they have seen the worst. And I see Lucia as well. She went off and hit the pole, and you know it's difficult long rallies, but in the end I'm following them closely, and Claire and Lucia, they are doing really good stage times today. They are fighting and they are not so far from each other, so I think those two, it's going to be a difficult job for the judges and to find which one of them who will win the prize next year to do the Junior World Rally Championship.
Well, it's going to be difficult, like you said, for the judges. The selection process happening this week, so we will know this week who is going to be the winner. That's right, isn't it?
I think so. It will be quite shortly after the rally. They will announce the winner, and I think at the moment it's a difficult task. Especially when Suvi from Finland, she got some technical issues, and it's difficult then to take everything with them into that meeting. That some got some technical issues, Lucia went off, so it's a big task.
Yeah, and that will be announced. Keep across all of our social media. That will be announced. And then the incredible prize and the journey of a lifetime for one of those 3 girls will begin as they get a fully funded prize in the Junior WRC next year. I mean, that's the stuff dreams are made of.
I mean, it's a good opportunity. First of all, they tried. It was quite a lot of girls who wanted to go to Poland. I think it was more than 80 girls from all around the world who sent their CV, and out of those, it was 15 going to Poland, and out of those 15, it was 3 girls here in this rally. And out of those 3, it's going to be one winner of what I mean is maybe one of the biggest prizes so far in rally by winning a free season. It's really amazing.
It's very cool. All right, we'll keep across all of our social media for updates on who the winner will be. Well, who will the winner be of the manufacturer's title? We are still yet to find out. There's 15 points separating Hyundai and Toyota, but it is advantage Hyundai at the moment. Of course, M Sport there with 267 points. A great season, thanks to Adrian Formeau there so far. But the decision will go all the way to Japan, and they will for sure be battling it out. Well, Japan is on the way in just a couple of weeks, but what does it have in store? Let's take a look. Well, all that is left to say is goodbye from Central Europe. What an incredible weekend it's been. Thank you so much for Ivan for being with us, for you for joining us at home, and the rest of the team, of course. It is goodbye for now.